have, but the plane. What's up, guys? I'm James Thomas. So this episode is going to be a little bit different. Today is going to be more of an opinion than a vlog. See, for the last script, Brink, Canyon and I switched from using Final Draft over to using software called WriterDuet. So I really just wanted to share a little bit about why I stopped using Final Draft, and why I switched over to WriterDuet, and why I might not be going back. As you can see here, I wrote down kind of a pros and cons for each one of the software, for Final Draft and for WriterDuet. For Final Draft, I really know the program already. Having been a writer's assistant and a script coordinator, you really have to know the program because you have to be fast in the room. You can't have everyone waiting on you while you figure out how to reformat something, or you figure out how to turn on or off revisions modes. The other thing is it's widely accepted and used. A lot of writers' rooms still work in Final Draft, and a lot of writers expect you to be using Final Draft. A lot of showrunners will expect you to use Final Draft and know how to use Final Draft. The other thing is that the .ftx file is like basically an industry standard. This is where Final Draft is actually a standard. Movie Magic, which is what ADs use to schedule and budget things, uses a .ftx to import in a script. From every other software out there, I think you can still export as an FDX, but the Final Draft format is really what they use because ADs are able to quickly and easily and efficiently import the script into Movie Magic software without any issues and without them having to type in scenes, which just take way too long for them. It also has the easiest quick keys and the best, I think, use of revisions mode. I love that I'm able to use my margins and figure out exactly where I want the asterisks to show up. I love how the scene numbering works and how I'm able to quickly jump through and number scenes and renumber scenes without having to affect everything. As far as pros for Final Draft, that's really where it ends. The reason I switched over to WriterDuet is because of some of these very key points here that I have. First one is the collaboration feature. This is the biggest function and the biggest reason that I switched over to WriterDuet. The collaboration feature has allowed Canyon and I to simultaneously, in real time, write this script. He's writing certain scenes, I'm writing on other scenes, but if I want to jump up and see what he's doing, or if he has a question on something, it's easy to just track where your partner's at in the script. This leads into my next point, which is the chat function. Canyon and I used this chat function so much while we were writing this script. You know, there would be moments where like I'm thinking about cutting something, or I have like a joke pitch that I want to put in, but I want to, check with him first. What I would do is I'd just say, hey, can you like jump to page 27 and check out these lines that I've struck through that I want to cut? What do you think? Do you think we can get rid of these lines and the scene stays the same? And that just allowed us to be able to work fast and efficiently, and it just is a huge plus. So one of the other functions that a lot of other apps have as well, I know Fade In does it and a few others, but is the ability to go back and check your lines, your previous iterations of lines. So it allows you to save revisions of all of your lines. Say you're on draft 4 and you've changed the line a few times, your writing partner has changed the line a few times, and you want to go back and see what the line originally was, or maybe you had a version of the line that you really liked and you want to go back to it. It's very easy. It's just like this circle line that you can click on, and it'll bring up a little box of all of the different iterations of that line, and you can just go and easily pick right then and there. You can also really do this with the other function of notes. So notes works very much the same way, in the sense that you're going to have all the iterations of that note that you save. You can delete notes a lot easier. So I can leave a note, Canyon can come in and check it and leave his comment, or I can ask a question and he can answer it, or vice versa, and you can just jump through easily. The great thing about the notes is that it has a quick key to go from next or previous. I think you hit Apple Shift period for next and Apple Shift comma for previous. I could have gotten those backwards right now, but I believe that's the way it is. And I love that I'm able to just hop through real quick and check all the notes and make sure I didn't miss any notes while I'm in the script. And the other big thing is that it's web-based. There were times when I wasn't able to be near my computer, but something would hit me. I'd have a line or some part of a scene that I'd want to write, and all I had to do is pull out my phone or my iPad and jump on the web-based platform, and I'd be writing right then and there. Stuff like that, the intuitive and smart design and thinking that went into making WriterDuet are really the reason that I use the program, because those are the things that Final Draft just egregiously neglects, and they know they neglect it. We've, as a community, told them to add these things. They consistently live in the past decade when they were actually a great program. The problem with the program now is it's just so antiquated. The way that they run their operation just looks so, 2006, 2007. And I mean, we're 10 years later here, and the program doesn't really look that much different or function that much different. So I really think that if Final Draft wants to stay an industry leader, they're really going to have to do a lot of smart design and really listen to us as a community and take our thoughts and really apply them to the next iteration or whatever Final Draft 11 becomes, if there is a Final Draft 11. So those are really my thoughts on why I switched from Final Draft. I'm not going to tell you what to use, because I really think that you should go and download the trial versions and try all these things out for yourself. But for me, WriterDuet is the way to go. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.